What's up, guys and dolls? Welcome back to the Toyland. Today we're looking at something I've had for a long time and am just now deciding to review. So yeah, some of you might recognize this set. This is the Batman 75th Anniversary Collector Set. It comes with these 4 figures. Each figure, it comes in this big box here in the background. It's big. I mean, it's got to fit all 4 of these in it. So when you open this up, there's a compartment for each of these tins that they come in, and there's like a nice foam like overlay that once you have them all in there, it lays on top. It's a really nice set. Like even the packaging is just, it's mint. It's awesome. So yeah, there's the 4 figures. You get Super Friends Batman, as illustrated by Alex Toth, and he stands 6.75 inches tall. Dark Knight Returns Batman, by Frank Miller, of course. He stands 6.5 inches tall. This is Justice Batman, as painted by Alex Ross, and he stands 7.5 inches tall. He's by far the tallest figure in the set. And this is the New 52 Batman, based on Greg Capullo's designs. This is actually the designer series figure. All of these figures were produced at some point in the past, and then they just kind of repurposed them in this box set. So, but oh, he stands 6.75 inches. So Justice Batman is almost an inch taller than all of these figures, if not an inch. Like, he's got a full inch on Dark Knight Returns Batman. So yeah. Because my videos have been getting messed up lately, I am going to stop this, and then we'll open this guy first and take a look at him, go over his articulation, and then we'll move down the line. Oh, I guess I can show you. They each come in a tin. I'll do this now, so I don't have to do it during the figure videos. Not much to it, just, I mean, it's cool. And they all come with stands as well. There's the cover for the tins, Batman 75th Anniversary. And they all come with, like, the round, right here. They're like the DC Collectibles stands, but they actually say Batman 75 years on them, instead of having the DC Collectibles logo. And I have this out because he is the one that actually sits on my desk. He's already been out. I just put him back in here to do this video for you guys. So, yeah, they each come with one of these, but I believe I've actually taken the stands out of the other 3. Even I display them in the tins, and I believe I've taken their stands out and repurposed them for other figures that I don't keep in box. So, yeah. Keep in mind, you might not see it, but they do all come with one of these. So, yeah, I'm going to stop this, and we'll move into the Super Friends Batman. Yay, Super Friends. Alright, here we are with, again, Super Friends Batman, as designed by artist Alex Toth. Now, to get these guys out of the package, I'm going to go over this in this video and not do it for the other 3 figures, though. I just want to show you guys once. This pulls out. It's just like a molded plastic bubble. There is the spot for the stand that I mentioned. Get this tape off here. So that's where the stand sits normally, but like I said, I took them out. And the capes are all draped through a cut in the back. So I usually just kind of take the cape and fold it a little, push the figure out, like that, kind of loosen them. And then there's a binding holding them in here across their waist. Focus, camera, focus. There we go. But it's just a simple twist tie back here. So once the cape is up and out of the way, untwist that guy. Maybe. Am I twisting it the wrong way? Oh, there we go. And that just pops out. And then remove the Batman. So here he is, Super Friends Batman. Hilarious. There's 2 of these sets, and I only have this one. And it was a really tough decision because I love Jim Lee and his artwork. And the other set has a Jim Lee figure in it. But that was like the only figure I really wanted out of the set. This set had this figure, which I was like, I gotta have Super Friends Batman. That's awesome. And then, of course, I'm a big Dark Knight Returns fan, so I enjoy having that figure. And I love the Alex Ross Batman. That was another key point for me getting this set. Like, overall, I wanted this set more collectively than I do the other one. I just want that one figure, really. So I might still get it someday. We'll see. I was actually just looking at it a little while ago. But yeah, here's a look at that figure. Or this figure, I guess I should say. The cape is a decently soft plastic. Not too stiff. He's oily. He's got these like painted eyebrows there. Kind of reminiscent of the 60s Batman TV show, which this was actually before that. This is earlier than that, I believe. So you could say the show got it from this design. But yeah, interesting with the cape here. Very simplistic. Literally just like it's attached, it goes over his head, there it is. But yeah, let's go over the articulation. The head goes side to side, no up and down whatsoever. It's literally like a cut there. You can see it's just a cut on his neck, and it just goes side to side. Arm goes up about that far, goes all the way around, no hindrance from the cape. It's got an elbow bend, a little stiff. No waist cut of any kind. His leg goes forward that far, and back, ooh, back really far. Wow. Not used to that. A lot of these new figures have the molded buttocks in the way. He's got the knee joint. Goes back that far and forward that far. It actually goes a little farther forward than I think it should, but yeah. Not a bad range of movement there. So yeah, that's about all there really is to this guy. He's relatively limited on articulation, just like a lot of the DC collectibles are. By far the most articulate one will be the last one we'll see, which is the Greg Capullo designer series. Those are loaded with articulation. So yeah, I'm gonna stop this and move on to the next one. Alright, next up is the Frank Miller Dark Knight Returns Batman. Let you guys get a look at him here. There's lots of nice detailing on his suit, the wrinkles and stuff there, the furrowed brow. Lots going on, but like I told you, these guys have been they're just repurposed figures, and that actually shows a lot in this figure because this is an older figure that they designed quite a while back. And honestly, look at it, just flops, and I'm pretty sure the joint may or may not be broken on one side. Same thing with this foot over here, see that? And it goes side to side. Same thing, the joint that goes through both parts of the leg may or may not be broken on one side. I'm not sure. It's a little sad though. So that's something to be aware of. That's a potential hazard for some of you out there. I mean, I'm not happy about it at all, but like I said, the 75th anniversary packs are basically just repurposed figures. So this figure has been released in a couple different things, so yeah, let's go over his articulation very carefully. That's what I mean. You keep him in the box, you're not gonna have to worry about that. Like I said, I took this guy out of his package and had him posed, and I'm paying for it. So yeah, his head goes around like this, and that's it. There's no up or down. I mean, yeah. So it's like you can't really have him look side to side or anything. It's if you try, it's like more of a confused look, like huh? His shoulders literally go forward and back like that. You can't go all the way because he's so bulky. There's no out whatsoever. Well, this one, maybe it's just really stiff, man. This one moves a little bit in this direction. It goes around pretty well, but it also goes up and down a little bit. This one doesn't want to, but who knows? Maybe this joint's just loose and broken. You know, I thought he had a thigh swivel, but I don't think he does. Oh my dear Lord. Right there. See that? See how there should be a little ball in there? Yeah, that joint's definitely broken because the ball just fell out. Wow, that's upsetting. Okay, so yeah, no waist articulation. Wow, yeah, you guys. If you get this set, I implore you, just keep them in the box. Display them in the tins. They look great in the tins. Just display them like that. The leg goes back that far, forward this far, not very far at all. The knee goes back that far and forward that far. Not a huge range of motion. Nothing in the ankles. No swivels anywhere. And he's kind of forced to stay in this position where the one foot's behind. The way he's posed, like his body's so molded that way, you can't really do anything about it. And I do believe this guy is going back in the tin. He's been displayed on my desk, but giving him this really good look over, he's not so much suitable for it. I don't feel. Let you guys get a little better look here at the detailing on his lower body. More wrinkles in the suit. Looks really cool. Sculpt wise, he's a great figure. Assembly, quality control wise, they kind of dropped the ball. But again, older figure, older techniques. I think they're actually listening to the collectors and the fans now. So yeah, I'm going to get this guy back in his tin where he hasn't actually been for a while. And then we'll continue on with the, what's next? The Alex Ross Justice Batman. Alright, so here's the big boy out of the group, the Alex Ross Justice Batman. He's a good looking figure. I love his sculpt. Nice big belt on him. Love the bat. He's got the big pointy ears. I actually prefer stubbier ears, but still pretty cool. Interesting. This is one where the cowl goes over the cape there. Similar to Batman v Superman, how that cowl goes over the cape and the cape is attached to the suit. So yeah, look at that cape. Lots of nice sculpting on that cape. But his head goes side to side, goes all the way around really well. I gave this guy a pre-look over. He doesn't seem to have any deficiencies in his joints, but yeah, arm goes up that far, hindrance because of the cape there, and back about that far. Elbow bends up that far, down that far. Leg forward, not very far. Back, farther back than it goes forward. Again, these are DC Direct because they're old. Some of these are DC Direct figures, others DC Collectibles. But DC Direct and DC Collectibles alike have pretty limited articulation. I've said it before, they're made to look pretty and just kind of stand there, and they do look pretty when they're standing there. So, but yeah, the knee goes back that far, forward like that. That's it. No waist articulation, no swivels, none of that type of stuff. But a really, really sweet sculpt. I really like this figure quite a bit. And because his joints look good, maybe I'll display him out of box now. Maybe I won't put him back. We'll see. I guess you'll find out when I do my collection tour, huh? Alright, let's move into the last one. The Greg Capullo Batman. Alright, here's the Greg Capullo design. And I've been kind of playing with it a little bit here before I started filming, and I gotta say, it's really awesome. You guys will probably notice some of the articulation, major differences already between the other figures, but let's get into that. I guess, hold on, let me make sure you guys get a good look at this guy here. Lots of nice sculpt work on the suit. He's got an interesting, really stylized cape here going on. Yeah, very cool. So yeah, his head goes up really far and down. Like, he can actually look down. That's pretty cool. Here, let me get him level. So there he is looking down, and there he is looking up. And his head actually tilts. It can tilt side to side, and of course it can turn. So lots of movement there. Like I said, they've obviously been listening to people. because they're DC collectibles, but they put them under the designer series label, and I've honestly, this is the only one I have, and I've seen plenty of pictures and stuff, but I gotta say, they're awesome. They're fantastic. His arm goes up like that and goes around all the way, no hindrance by the cape. He's got a bicep swivel. God, just so much art. This is like, it's a DC Collectibles figure with the articulation of a like multiverse figure. It's nuts. His joints are stiff though. His elbow doesn't want to bend. This one does though. This one will bend. Elbow bends. You see how these figures are. I don't want to risk breaking him. But yeah, even a swivel here in the gauntlet at the elbow or just below the elbow, a swivel in the wrist, and even look at that. The wrist even has a joint to bend. Woohoo! He's got this nice ab crunch here. Not a huge range of motion, but at the same time, it doesn't look funny like some of them other ab crunches can do. He's got a waist swivel that was real stiff. His leg goes forward that far and back that far. And he's got a quad cut here. And you can see he's got double jointed knees, which is way cool. And being that I'm going to have the Flash, the Greg Capullo Flash designer series, he'll have double jointed knees, which are great for running poses. So even more excited for that. So yeah, that I believe, wait. No swivel in the boot, but oh, the ankles do move. Some of the joints on these things, I tell you. So yeah, there's a look at this guy. Oh, wait. The foot does swivel. Haha, cool. So yeah, that guy is loaded with articulation. Holy cow. Way more than his counterparts that we have seen prior. So that does it. That wraps up a look at the Batman 75th Anniversary Collector Set. This is set number 2. Again, the featured figures are Super Friends Batman, as drawn by artist Alex Toth. Dark Knight Returns Batman, as drawn by artist Frank Miller. Justice Batman, as drawn by artist Alex Ross. And New 52 Batman, as drawn by Greg Capullo, and he is also from the designer series line. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Kind of a longer video. A few figures all in one. Very cool set. As you can see, beware of some of the articulation. Like I said, if you're going to get it, and you can stand to do it, just display them in the tins. They look beautiful just hanging out in their tins. Oh, they all have peg holes, obviously, since they all come with a stand. They all have peg holes in the bottom of their feet. Better mention that. But yeah, that does it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it as always. And until next time, keep on rocking.